Hello friends, I am Dr. Kuldeep Mohadikar. In today's video, I am going to present what Vivekananda expressed about India, what was his thought about India, and on as all we celebrate his birth anniversary on 12th of January every year. So this is my tribute from my side to Vivekananda, uh, what he expressed on India. So he thought that there is only one country in the world which understands religion. It is India. India's theme is religion. India's heart must break and the flow of spirituality will come out. It is the backbone, the bedrock, the foundation upon which the national edifice has been built. With us, religion is the only ground along which we can move. Religion is the one and sole interest of the people of India. Religion is the peculiarity of the growth of the Indian mind. To the Indian mind, there is nothing higher than religious ideals. The Indian mind is first religious and then anything else. Here in India, it is religion that forms the very core of the national heart. In religion lies the vitality of India. For good or for evil, the religious ideal has been flowing into India for thousands of years. For good or for evil, the Indian atmosphere has been filled with ideals of religion for shining scores of centuries. For good or for evil, we had been born and brought up in the very midst of these ideals of religion till it has entered into our very blood and tingled with every drop in our veins and has become one with our constitution, become the very importance of our lives, very significant for our lives. Religion and religion alone is the life of India, and when that goes, India will die in spite of politics, in spite of social reforms, in spite of Kubera's wealth poured upon the head of every one of our children. Each nation has a main current in life. In India, it is religion. That is the line of life. This is the line of growth, and this is the line of well being in India. To follow the track of religion here in this blessed land, the foundation, the backbone, the life center is religion and religion alone. This, our motherland, has religion and religion alone for its basis, for its backbone, for the bedrock upon which the whole building of its life has been based. India is the land of religion. Our vigor, our strength, nay, our national life is in our religion. Here in India, religion is the one and the only occupation of life. In India, religious life forms the center, the keynote of the whole music of national life. Religion is the life of India. Religion is the language of this country, the symbol of all its movements. Our vitality is concentrated in our religion. Renunciation, that is the flag, the banner of India floating over the world, and the one undying thought which India sends again and again as a warning to dying races, as a warning to all tyranny, as a warning to wickedness in the world. Religion in India means realization and nothing short of that. All history of Indian life is the struggle for the realization of the ideal of the Vedanta through good or bad fortune. We have no quarrel with any religion in the world, whether it teaches men to worship Christ, Buddha, or Muhammad, or any other prophet. National union in India must be a gathering up of its scattered spiritual forces. In India, religion was never shackled. The search after the universal is the one search of Indian philosophy and religion. Religion in India must be made as free and as easy of access as is God's air. Religion in India culminates in freedom. We all hold in India that the soul is by its nature pure and perfect, infinite in power and blessed. All the orthodox systems of Indian philosophy have one goal in view, the liberation of the soul through perfection. India is the only place where, with all its faults, the soul finds its freedom, its God. The gift of India is the gift of religion and philosophy, and wisdom and spirituality. Renunciation and spirituality are the two great ideas of India. This nation still lives. The raison d'etre is it still holds to God, to the treasure house of religion and spirituality. Here in India, the first and the foremost duty of our lives is to be spiritual first, and then, if there is time, let other things come. India's contribution to the sum total of human knowledge has been spirituality, philosophy. Whether you believe in spirituality or not, for the sake of the national life, you have to get a hold on spirituality and keep to it. Modern India belongs to the spiritual part of the Vedas. India's gift to the world is the light spiritual. A nation in India must be a union of those whose hearts beat to the same spiritual tune. India is still living. Who says she is dead? India dies not. The Indian nation cannot be killed. Political greatness or military power is never the mission of our race. It never was. Mark my words, it never will be. India is India. To Europeanize India is therefore an impossible and foolish task. India can never be Europe until she dies. In the midst of all our misery or poverty and degeneration, the heart beats as warm as of yore, when the wealth of Ind was the proverb of nations and India was the land of the Aryans. Thou blessed land of the Aryan, thou wast never degraded. We have to give back to the nation his lost and individuality and raise the masses. The only hope of India is from the masses. India must rise, the masses and the poor are to be made happy. No amount of politics would be of any avail until the masses in India are once more well educated, well fed, and well cared of. The one thing that is the root of all evils in India is the condition of the poor. Nowhere has activity been more pronounced than in this blessed land of ours. If we want to regenerate India, we must work for them, means the masses. What our country now wants are muscles of iron and nerves of steel, gigantic wills which nothing can resist, which can penetrate into the mysteries and the secrets of the universe and will accomplish this their purpose in any fashion, even if it is mean going down to the bottom of the ocean and meeting death face to face. She is awakening this motherland of ours from her deep long sleep. The present want of India is the Kshatriya force. India sets the example of real strength, that is meekness. What India wants is a new electric fire to stir up a fresh vigor in the national veins. India's potentialities are great and will be called forth. On our work depends the coming of the India of the future. None can resist her anymore. Never is she going to sleep anymore. No outward powers can hold her back anymore, for the infinite giant is rising to her feet. India must conquer the world, and nothing less than is my ideal. We of all the nations of the world have never been a conquering race, and that blessing is in our head, and therefore we live. We of all the nations of the world have never been a conquering race. We have yet something to teach to the world. I see in my mind's eye the future perfect India rising out of this chaos and strife, glorious, invincible, with Vedanta brain and Islam body. This idea of oneness is the great lesson India has to give. We are destined by the Lord to the great things in India. Here alone is the best ideal for mankind. The Indian nation never stood for imperial glory, wealth and power, and then were not the ideals of the rest. India is still the first and foremost of all the nations of the world. The talk of the brotherhood of man becomes in India the brotherhood of universal life, of animals and of all life down to the little ants. All these are our bodies. You are the descendants of the Devas. If we are to live at all, we must be a scientific nation. The ideal woman in India is the mother first and the mother last. In India, father and mother are living gods to their children. In India, people are intensely socialistic. They are tremendously individualistic. The one great lesson, therefore, the world wants most, that the world has yet to learn from India, is the idea not only of toleration but of sympathy. A priestcraft is the bane of India. There is no polytheism in India. The characteristic of my nation is this transcendentalism, this struggle to go beyond, this daring to tear the veil off the face of nature and have at any risk, at any price, a glimpse of the beyond. The one characteristic of Indian thought, it is its silence and its calmness. Gratitude and hospitality are the peculiar characteristics of Indian humanity. The Indian ideal is not to go to heaven. I discard the idea that India was ever passive. Here in India, everybody wants to become a leader and there is nobody to obey. To do something conjointly is not in our very national character. So this was all about India, what Swami Vivekananda expressed, that he wanted to express about India and its basic foundation in its religion. Thanks, friends.